Welcome to the official Jonathan Jones Speaks podcast. So glad to have y'all here with us this week. If this is your first time, or even if you're a repeat listener, I'm very grateful that you took the time to tune in and to hang out with me today. The topic this week is why. Why did you start this podcast? Why now? Why is this even relevant? We're going to take the time and dive into that topic in just a moment. But first, I want to congratulate all those individuals who are graduating college, all those individuals who are getting those degrees, getting these undergraduate degrees, getting these master's degrees, others taking the time to get those PhDs. So much blood, so much sweat, so much tears have gone into that process. And I want to take the time and just commend them and really celebrate what they have done and the work that they have put in to this point to achieve that accolade. So we're proud of y'all graduates. Keep on pushing, keep on moving, keep on shaking and doing what you know you've been called to do. Let's get it. But y'all, I would like to take a moment and just share a little bit of information about myself, because I realized last week I did not give y'all any information about who I am, what I do. I just started off the podcast. But this is our second episode of Jonathan Jones Speaks, the podcast. And a little bit about me. I'm the younger brother. Freddie Jones Jr. is my older brother. Phenomenal musician. Phenomenal. Some of y'all might have seen me share some posts of him playing the saxophone or him playing the piano. But y'all, this dude right here, this dude can go with the best of them. I'm talking about you play a song for him, he can hear it by ear, and then he can duplicate it on a piano, on a saxophone, on a trumpet. You can give this dude whatever instrument and he can just roll. Also, y'all might have seen my father before. His name is Dr. Fred Jones. He's the one who helped me through the book writing process of my book, Process, 14 Surprisingly Simple Behaviors to Skyrocket Millennials to Success. And that's a book I just wrote to my fellow millennials as well as to myself to inspire us to just keep moving forward, to inspire us to keep thriving in the lane that we feel that we have been called to thrive in. But y'all, I grew up in Baton Rouge. Bounced around a little bit from Atlanta to Texas, from Texas back to Atlanta. Then once I graduated from high school, I fled. That's right. I fled high school the day after graduation to come to Dallas, Texas, where I'm currently staying right now, pursuing to get my master's to become a licensed marital and family therapist. But through the midst of me doing that, and also after me authoring that book Process, which became an Amazon #1 bestseller, thanks to me hiring my dad and me being a client of my dad. And y'all, I did say a client, so that means I paid him. I paid my dad $5,000 to help me through the book writing process and to help become my publishing strategist for us to make that a #1 bestseller. So I'm very grateful, and that's probably one of the best life lessons my dad has ever taught me as far as investing in myself, as far as seeing the value of an investment and moving forward with that. So now, y'all, I travel to universities, I travel to colleges, middle schools, and I speak to empower students and millennials to pursue their passions for entrepreneurship. And that's really what this episode is really about, because the topic of this episode is why. And I'm sure many times y'all have heard, what is your why? What is your why? So I figured, what better way for us to get to that conclusion is for me to bring y'all into one of my presentations, just a brief clip. I had the opportunity to share with the students of SMU who are part of the Association of Black Students. I'm going to play the clip for y'all, and then we're going to further unpack that. But I'm curious, like, what does your why look like? Because some of y'all, it might be you going so hard, you're determined because you want to have a 4.0. Some of y'all going so hard, somebody might want to get a number. Somebody might want to get a promotion, might want to get a raise, might want to get the degree so you can move on and do whatever else. You can control your own destiny. Because I know for me, my why is literally, y'all. One time I was talking with a middle school classroom, and And then I asked them, I was like, who inspires you? Some of the kids were like, mom, dad, uncle, the typical responses. She said, but who inspires you? And I said, y'all. Because at the end of the day, although I'm just a little bit older than y'all, 20 years from now, 15 years from now, look up, y'all are gonna be running for president. Y'all are gonna be running for congressman, congresswoman. Y'all are gonna be having these jobs, these positions to rule my destiny. So therefore, if y'all feel like I'm pushing, if y'all feel like I'm aggressive with whatever I say, it's because y'all literally have the future and the control of the future in your two hands. And during that presentation, I really wanted to just push just a little bit, just to apply a little bit of pressure to help them identify what is your why. Because when we identify what our why is, this then allows us to develop a purpose, cultivate a stronger reason for doing some of the things that we do, help provide some intentionality, and help give us a push to where we can begin to be more intentional with our actions and then becoming more deliberate with those actions. So with the question of the week, what is your why? Why did you create this podcast, John? Why now? It's something that a few people have asked me recently. The reason I created this podcast is plain and simple. It's because I felt like sharing my experiences and adding value to my fellow students as well as millennials out there. Because I believe that our population, I like to refer to as sleeping giants. And I specifically say that because I think that each and every one of us has a specific and particular gift. Although some of us, sometimes we might have not been awakened to see that talent or skill as of yet. So that every opportunity that I have to speak, I take that time and I like to challenge that train of thought. Getting with individuals, asking them, what are you passionate about? Because when we begin to identify that passion and then when we begin to get in that lane, then like I said before, we become intentional with our actions. We become intentional with our thoughts, intentional with our research. And then, and only then, we began to pick up momentum. We began to pick up this drive. And then we're like an unstoppable force. Y'all know how it is when you say in your mind that you really want something, or you really wanted that internship, or you really wanted to get into that particular school. And then what happened? You started doing everything that you needed to do. You got the letters of recommendation. You reached out to the people at the internship. You showed up. Some of y'all might have brought cookies, Tiff's treats. Hey, whatever you like. I don't know, sprinkles, cupcakes. Hey, sweets, it's fine. If anybody wants to give me a gift, I definitely welcome cupcakes. I love cupcakes. But y'all, we have to understand developing our why is really, 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 really important. So I just want to just continue to push you a little bit on that as well. What does that why look like for you? And then next, somebody might ask, John, well, okay, you got a podcast. Well, who is this podcast for? Well, the podcast is, like I said, those students and millennials, but those individuals who feel like they don't fit in the box that everybody else fits in. Those individuals who aren't the standard norm as everyone else around them. Those people who are often told that you're different or you think differently. Those people who dream dreams bigger than other people can comprehend. This podcast is for you. Those people who want to make a difference in the world. This podcast is for you. Y'all, I'm really here simply to add value through inspiration, through encouragement, and through experience. Because I strongly believe the quote that Zig Ziglar said, if you want to get what you want to get out, if you want to achieve what you would like to get out of life, then help enough other people achieve what they would like. And I strongly live by and stand by that model of servant leadership. So I'm here for my fellow millennials. I'm here for my fellow students, helping them to get over that hump, helping them to find clarity, helping them to identify that purpose and that passion. Because once you get that thing lined up, y'all already know how it is. You get a head full of steam and you just push on forward. So I'm here for it. I'm here for y'all. And I'm excited to see what we'll be able to uncover as we continue to move through our journey of life and identifying that purpose and what that really looks like. And now it's that time for the quote of the week. And just going along with this theme of what is your why, y'all, Michael Jordan was my favorite basketball player back in the day. And then once he eventually retired, I had to find somebody else. But MJ was my guy. I know a lot of people would say it, but I had the jersey. I had the championship hat when they won the 6 rings. I had a couple of pair of Jordans, even though they were really, really, really expensive when I was a kid. And they literally took up all of my school money just trying to get a pair of Jordans. But I had to have them. MJ was my favorite player. I wanted to be like Mike. I drank my Gatorade, same color Mike had. He had the lemon lime. I had to get the lemon lime. But this quote is taken from Michael Jordan when he shared his Hall of Fame speech. He said, "Never say never, because limits, like fears, are often just an illusion." Y'all, I want to encourage you today, whatever fear you might have had, whatever limits somebody else put on you, whatever chains and shackles somebody tried to put on your mind, I want to challenge you to push back. Y'all, too often in our lives, too often as we progress and we chase after that purpose that we know we're meant for, we chase after that calling on our life, there are people that try to put limits on us because they don't understand. There are people that try to say things cannot be achieved and things cannot be done because they haven't seen it done before. But guess what? You're not a statistic, nor are you meant to fit in the box that they're trying to place you in. So challenge those limits. Challenge those boundaries that people try to box you in with. Challenge. Y'all, MJ said it best himself. And this was a guy who was cut from his high school team, but now he is in the NBA Hall of Fame. He won 6 championships. So I want to encourage you, don't allow that cut that somebody tries to put on you be the last. Just keep on pushing. Keep on moving through. And now as we just transition into the last segment of our show, I often volunteer at this camp entitled Camp Jubilee. And this is a camp for children with sickle cell anemia. These children have really just taken my heart. They've captured my heart. Every summer we do it. If you're someone who's looking to just give back, I would just challenge you to take time and look at Camp Jubilee, find out some more information. If you're a male, we always need more men to come out and volunteer because this is an amazing opportunity to pour back into the lives of youth. But y'all, this is a phrase that I learned from camp. It's called challenge by choice. And this week, I want to challenge you. I want to challenge you just to take a few minutes this week to unplug. No phones, no tablets, no music, none of that. Maybe go outside, but leave all those things behind you and take a moment to just think about, what is your why? What is your purpose on this earth? What's that thing that causes you to jump out of bed in the morning and you are so alive and just so awoke just based on this one thing? It drives you. Like my dad oftentimes said, he helps authors become published and become best-selling authors. He oftentimes says that sometimes sleep is a distraction for him because he's so excited about doing what he's doing. He knows that he's doing his purpose. He knows that he is doing what God has called him to do. So I want to challenge y'all to think, what is that why? Also, any suggestions or any topics that you might want to hear about that are geared towards millennials and entrepreneurship, please shoot me an email at jonathan@jonathanjonespeaks.com or just comment on Soundcloud and just let me know what you want to hear about, what topics that you would like to hear about geared around millennials and students as well as entrepreneurship, because I'm here to add value to y'all, and however I can do that, I'm looking forward to doing it. Y'all, your feedback definitely matters. Your feedback is appreciated, and your feedback will help continue to drive the Jonathan Jones Speaks podcast to be the best that we possibly can be by making sure that we add value to you, by making sure that we empower you, and also by making sure that we equip you. So please comment, add feedback, as well as see about connecting with us. Stay connected with us by visiting jonathanjonespeaks.com. And we have all the social media icons at the top of the website so that you can connect with me and follow me. In addition to booking, we have a booking tab on the website also. If you're seeking a speaker to come to your college, come to your university, MC an event, wherever you're seeking a speaker, click that booking tab, fill out that information form, and then I'll definitely get back with you. And lastly, I want to just do a quick shout out, just really quickly. I want to shout out my sister, Mercedes Anderson, and my brother, Chibuzo Ilanu. They've been rocking with me till the wheels fall off, and I'm very grateful for them both. And lastly, I want to shout out some podcasts out in the Dallas area. I want to shout out 10 and 2 podcasts with Alexia, with Blank, and with Nomni. They do a great job pumping out quality content as well as entertainment. Same for Millennial Love. Y'all, they're just awesome. I really rock with these podcasts, and I definitely stand by and support them. So check them out. And I want to remind y'all, no struggle, no progress. Stay true to the process. All right, I'm going to see y'all next week.